Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to our English story lesson. Our learning objective today is to identify refrains in a story. It's Miss Gloria here, and I'm happy to guide you again today. Now, our very first question. What is a refrain? Now, I know it sounds like a big word, but it really isn't. So, a refrain is a line in a story or in a poem that keeps repeating. Many times when we listen to traditional tales, some of them have lines that go over and over again. The character in this story says this line to different characters that they meet. That is simply a refrain, a line that keeps repeating. Think of the story of the gingerbread man. Now, when the gingerbread man ran away from the old man, the old woman, the horse, the cow, there was a line he kept saying over and over again. Do you know what that line is? That's correct. That line is his refrain. Let's say together. Run, run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. That's the gingerbread man refrain. That's his refrain. So now it's time for us to go to our story for the week. This week, we'll be learning about the little red hen. So let's get right to it and see if you can find out what the refrain in the story is. The little red hen. Now there are many versions of this story, but I have chosen the twinkle version of this story, the little red hen, because I like the words that this version uses to describe the characters. Those simple words are called descriptors. They talk about the way that the characters are. So let's get to it. The little red hen. Once upon a time, there was a little red hen. The little red hen lived on a farm and was friends with a lazy dog and a sleepy cat and a noisy duck. One day, the little red hen found some grains of wheat on the ground. Who will help me plant these grains of wheat? The little red hen asked. Not I, barked the lazy dog. Not I, purred the sleepy cat. Not I, quacked the noisy duck. Then I will do it myself, said the little red hen. So she planted the grains all by herself. When the wheat had grown, the little red hen asked her friends, who will help me cut the wheat? Not I, barked the lazy dog. Not I, purred the sleepy cat. Not I, quacked the noisy duck. Then I will do it myself, said the little red hen. So she cut the wheat all by herself. When all the wheat was cut, the little red hen asked, who will help me take the wheat to the mill to be made into flour? By now, you already know what each character will say. Can you guess what the lazy dog will say? That's right. Not I, barked the lazy dog. Can you guess what the sleepy cat might say? That's right. And what do you think the noisy duck might say? That's correct. Let's read on. Not I, purred the sleepy cat. Not I, quacked the noisy duck. And what do you think the hen responded? That's correct. She said, then I will do it myself. Well done. You are identifying the refrains in this story. Let's continue. So she took the wheat to the mill, ground the wheat into flour, and carried it back to the farm all by herself. By now, the little red hen was tired. Who will help me bake the bread? She asked. I'm sure you know what the dog will say. That's right. Not I, barked the lazy dog. What do you think they say? Correct again. Not I, purred the sleepy cat. And the noisy duck? Correct. Not I, quacked the noisy duck. And what do you think the red hen will say? That is correct. Then I will do it myself, said the little red hen. So she baked the bread all by herself. That smells delicious. When the bread was finished, the little red hen asked, who will help me eat the bread? I will, barked the lazy dog. Oh, this time around he's changed his lines. I will, purred the sleepy cat. Ooh, that bread must have smelt delicious. I will, quacked the noisy duck. But what do you think the little red hen said? That's right. She maintained her line throughout the story. No, I will eat it myself, said the little red hen. So she ate the bread all by herself. Yum, yum. The end. Now, boys and girls, your task for today is to think about what your refrain might be. If you were a character in this story, what would your refrain be? Would you always say, not I? Or would you say, I'll help? What do you think your refrain might be? I'd like to see that. So please write your refrain in a text on Class Dojo. You could draw it if you want to and send it to your teacher.